We're going to talk about solutions and practical action steps everybody can take to help raise your family's net worth, to put money in your pocket and find another way out of the ghetto. We're going from hood to hood, ghetto to ghetto, all around the country, just empowering, pouring into, and loving our people. Yo, ain't nothing out here we can't do. No excuses, just results. That's why I'm here in the corner. And so when I come with this message today, I was thinking about seeing so much news and media. I know like a star player from the Denver Broncos, Von Miller, took a knee and lost some endorsements, and others have lost endorsements. And what I'm seeing is that, one, the narrative is getting screwed up by Donald Duck Trump, the supremacist in chief. He's been screwing the narrative up about why we're kneeling and why our community's protesting. And even for us, I think and I've learned over the last 2 years, I've done a lot of research, and I wrote my book, The Solution, which I encourage everyone to get. If you can't afford a hard copy book for $10 or $20, I have a free digital copy, and I'll give you the website for that. I just want you to have the message. Whether you support me financially or not, does not matter. We need this message. But in that book, I talk about what our narrative should be, what we should all understand. But we all got to get on one page. See, some of us, we don't know a little more about our history. Some of us know a little less about our history. Some of us don't know why the hell we fighting, why we arguing, why we in the condition that we're in. I didn't know why the condition that we're in. So when I go around the country and have these opportunities, I got to help. And God and gave me a vision to get us all on the same page, right? So I wanted to give us a little crash course on how we all should be unified in our thinking, in our narrative, and especially even for those watching live stream Facebook, I need y'all to share this message. And not just share it now, but I need you to share it in 10 more minutes, and maybe another 15 minutes after that, and to keep sharing it. What's important about this message and what the narrative is that many of us have boiled it down to recent police brutality, right? Recent police murders, and that's why we're protesting and kneeling. And I say, no, that ain't it. This ain't nothing new. That's not what we fighting against, or just what y'all see in the media right now, or what goes viral on social media. And what I say to my white or other nationality, European, American, Caucasian, friends, followers, fans, whatever, is I want to help educate them too, because many of them don't even understand what's the fuss. Why are black people always fussing? What are we so angry about? And so what I thought about, I did a post today, and I said one simple analogy. I said, it's so crazy that people are mad about us protesting about our injustices. That's like a car thief being mad that the person whose car they stole is mad at them for stealing their car. Why are you so mad I stole your car? That shit sounds crazy. You so mad at us about protesting about what you've done to us, or what your ancestors or forefathers have done to us that allowed you to have such privilege and head start. But you're not understanding what our struggle is, either because you don't want to or you just haven't been educated. So I want to take the time to educate us first and foremost, and educate those from other communities about why we're here and why this message of financial empowerment is so important, because that's what's going to give us the power and the leverage and the control in order for us to move forward. See, we just can't move forward by just being pro-black and being socially conscious. You got to have some money. That's right. You got to have some capital. You got to own some land. So if you own the land, can't nobody force you off it. That's right. Right? So I want to talk about that. So I want to give us a little, just a few minutes. I'm trying to make it as short as possible as to what your narrative, what your conversation, what NFL players, and I got plenty of NFL players that follow me, what your message, what your narrative should be. It ain't police brutality. What we're saying, right? See, the problem is we go out and we fight for equality. See, the problem with fighting for equality is that it's not measurable. How do you measure equality? How do you say what's really fair and what's not fair? They say, oh, we said we want equality. They say, here you go, doosh, equality. Now, what you're arguing about? You had a black president, equality. But that ain't equality. We go through the ghettos and the hoods of Nashville, or Memphis, or Baltimore, or Dallas, or Houston, or Liberty City, or Compton, or Chicago, or Detroit. Don't seem like equality to me. So I want to give us what the narrative is, and we can spread the message, spread this new gospel of social empowerment. So what we should be fighting for, and all of what I say is research I've done that I've gotten from Marcus Garvey, I've got from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I got from Malcolm X and our other forefathers. What our message, what our narrative is, what is measurable is this though, justice. So now we want to say, well, what does justice look like? Not just justice the phrase, but what does it look like? So I'm going to tell you what justice looks like. So what justice looks like, this is what we got to fight for. This is what we are kneeling for, what we are standing for, what we are protesting for, what Black Lives Matter should all be about. What justice is this. You can't have justice without this word called redress. You can't have justice without this word called restitution. What redress means is to make amends for a wrong. You can't have justice if you never made amends for a wrong. There's no justice. See, it's like this. Can I get a volunteer? Let me get 2 volunteers real quick. Boom, King. One more. Come on, King. I need you on this side. You can stream while you're doing this, okay? All right. So, I'm not going to murder his family. But if I murdered your family, right? And then years later, I said, bro, I'm sorry. I cried tears. I say, I'm sorry for murdering your family. But I ain't doing no prison time and I ain't paying your shit.
You got to pay.
I gotta pay?
You got to pay.
But what if it's 30 years from now? What if it's 35 years from now?
You got to pay.
What if we older, we 90?
You got to pay.
When are you forgiving me for murdering your family?
Never will.
Would you forgive me for robbing your house? And you see I'm up. Now I robbed your house and you see me riding through in a Rolls Royce rape, but I done got it off of robbing you of your resources. Now I said I'm sorry though. We even?
No.
Do I? What? Why I gotta owe you for? I mean, like that was 20 years ago.
It don't matter when it was.
What you mean? Why it don't matter?
You robbed me.
All right, clap for our volunteers. Because I robbed them, it don't matter. So, to give y'all a little history, the American Senate did apologize for the enslavement, the dehumanization, the raping of our people, the Holocaust and genocide of our people. They apologized in 2009. The American government made an official statement apologizing for the enslavement of the Africans. They did. But we're going to add another R to this equation. Reparation. We're going to add another R to the equation. We can say restore too. I was going to say repair aid. See what our people, this is our narrative. It ain't no just police brutality. Yes, there's biased laws, there's biased sentencing, there's school to prison pipeline, there's food deserts, there's unequal housing, unequal school systems. All those things are called, those are effects of second-class citizenship. What second-class citizenship is when others in a society are not afforded the same fair share as others in that same society. That's all second-class citizenship is when a group of people are not given the same fair share as others in the same society. So, I'm not talking about opinions. How do we prove that? Here's how you prove it. Our people were robbed, were murdered, were raped, were stripped of our homeland, of our resources, of our talent, were exploited. Right, all these crimes that we can factually prove, but after these crimes, there was never no redress. There was no making whole. There was never no restitution, no financially being made even, no resources redistributed. There was never no reparation, righting of a wrong. There was never no repair aid given to all the emotional, physical, psychological, and spiritual trauma that we suffered. But at the same time, in World War II, when the Japanese Americans bombed America, America wanted to protect itself, and America put in prison all the Japanese Americans throughout the country. Just rounded them up and put them in prison to make sure they ain't rebel. And for those 2 years Japanese Americans sat in prison, Japanese Americans, after the World War II was over, they let them out, they gave all their descendants restitution and reparation. So Japanese Americans got reparation and restitution for 2 years of internment camps. Native Americans, although still not fair, received land, reparation, restitution, and a class as domestic partners of America, where they have their own kind of semi-governments for their genocide and Holocaust. America then spent millions to support the German Jews to get billions from Germany for the Nazi Holocaust. So America participated in 3 different nationalities of people getting restitution, repair, and reparation. But enslaved our people for 300 years. After that 300 years of enslavement, making it illegal to own land, to own businesses, to read and write, to be educated, breaking our families up. We talk about single-parent households and why our men can't be men, because we never was taught to be men. It was conditioned that way.
That's right.
And then out of that enslavement, they created what's called the Black Codes, which were basically targeted laws called vagrancy tactics that said it was illegal if you were homeless. So they freed nearly 5 million Africans off the plantation, but said it's illegal if you're homeless. And they created a convict leasing system that said if you get arrested, we can lease you back to the plantation. What we fighting for, what we saying is that you murdered us, you exploited us. You built this Jim Crow system. You took all our resources. You created these biased laws, stop and frisk and everything else, and you continue to do it. They say, why y'all in ghettos? You know why we in ghettos? Because the American government created a system called redlining, where literally the government put red lines around the maps and said, put all the blacks here. They literally drove us into areas. So you put poor, and the reason why we are poor is because you enslaved us and then took all our resources. So you put poor people that you exploited, who you made it illegal for them to learn how to read and write, uneducated people, who you dehumanized and demoralized and took all their dignity. You put this broken people all into one area and said, fend for yourself. And then wonder why we got black on black crime. Y'all created it. It's called proximity crime. It means you commit crimes against those in your community. That's no matter what community you are. Korean on Korean crime, white on white crime, whatever it is. So, but what happens is let's talk about economics now, right? So I want to give y'all the message. My message, and what I'm standing on to the death of me, is that we cannot have justice in this country. I can never pledge to your flag. Yep. It's not because I'm an angry black man. It's because I'm an angry black man at what y'all did to my people. With no repair aid, no reparation, no restitution, no redress. Y'all saying like, I can't be the happy, so to my white constituents, I can't be the happy American patriot you are over this great country that you see because they weren't great to my people.
Right.
And for you to be a black person of any kind of, I don't care if you're an NBA, NFL, corporate exec, whatever, something's wrong with you to come into this information and know that your people were never given the same fair share as others. And that this country, no matter what CEO position you hold or what signing bonus you got, that this country never gave any redress, restitution, repair aid, or reparation to your people for such horrific crimes, all the way up to current day, horrific biased policing, biased sentencing. We get longer sentences than everybody else. We get targeted more than everybody else. All so they can take advantage of the 13th Amendment exception that says slavery was abolished unless you commit a crime. The only reason they target us more, lock us up more, and sentence us longer is so we can work in their prisons for free labor. This has been a play all along. So what I'm saying is that what our fight is from a social, political, and economic side, we can never advance economically with such a disadvantage. And so this is why we kneel, this is why we fight. It's not just to be angry because we mad because we mad. It's because we realize what you've done to our people, and America wouldn't have it. If we did to them what they did to us, they wouldn't be pledging to our flag right now.
No, they wouldn't.
If the roles were reversed and the flag was red, black, and green, and we were the ones with all the power, all the land, all the resources, still murdering your people, you wouldn't be on the field pledging to us. And the only ones that honestly go along with it is because they don't want to wrinkle no feathers with their corporate sponsors, with their white friends or fans or whomever, and they'd rather water down the message and say, oh, let's all just get along. Let's be a unified. We can't be a unified, healed America until America rights is wrong, called justice. It can't never get right until they address it. I want to tell you guys about a couple ways in which you can engage us. One, I want everybody, grab your phone, I want you to text The word, all one word, get lit, L-I-T. All one word, get lit to 69696. I'm gonna give you a free ebook on our Wealth DNA kit. It's gonna come with a monthly budget expense sheet, that Dream Life expense sheet. It's gonna come with a family financial net worth calculator, so you guys can see what your actual net worth is. Don't be scared of it. Look at it in the mirror like you're stepping on the scale. You can't lose weight or gain weight if you don't know what your weight is. Secondly, our school now, the Jay-Morrison-Academy, we have our online courses. jay-morrison-academy.com. Our 800 number is 1-844-JOIN-JMA. These are two ways you can always get in touch with us, our team, or look into our online programs. Right now, we have a special on our Wealth Mastery course, $149 a month for weekly lessons, weekly mentorship on over 90 hours of lectures, over 200 hours of archived mentorship calls for you guys to get lessons on residential real estate investing, commercial real estate investing, business mastery course, a self-mastery, self-development course, our credit mastery course, 26 lessons of each course, and a stocks and finance course. If you want to learn everything about building wealth, real estate entrepreneurship, and business ownership we've never been taught, this course is for you. $5 a day for this course. $149 a month to learn everything they won't teach you in a community college or a university. There's also a beginner's course at $99 a month. There's a 6-month course, again, with weekly lessons and etc. It's all explained on the site, but I just encourage you guys to learn something new if you want a new situation, want to change the situation. You can't get new results with the same information. You can, it's impossible. Outside of luck. You gotta do something different, learn something different. That's what puts you in position. For those who don't learn or want to learn in a different way, we also offer one-on-one coaching. I do it myself for business owners or investors who want to excel or accelerate or scale their business. I do personal business development coaching and real estate development coaching. It's a 12-month commitment. Our team, Queen EJ, King Will, King Josh, can talk to you about that, or you can call these numbers as well. And if it's not my program, because my program is a little more advanced, but if it's not my program, we also have an associate coach program where you still get a strategic call with me one-on-one while I look at your chessboard and tell you what you should be doing for you to become where you want to get to based on your goals, and then I'll give you a personal accountability coach to get you there. So you can look into our one-on-one coaching program, same number, same website. We just launched our own real estate fund for our community, 100% Black owned and operated. This fund works like this. We call it TREF, which is Tulsa Real Estate Fund, www.tulsarealestatefund.com. But you're not going to expect to get 2 hours of corner class lectures and then go get rich off 2 hours of game. You gotta have a bigger commitment to changing your financial situation. I'm still learning. I still got business coaches. Entrepreneurship is constantly evolving, but you gotta have the same kind of dedication to that as we do learning the latest hip hop song, knowing what's going on in the shade room, or Housewives of Atlanta. We gotta put that same time into our own education and involvement.